That's the whole
Do you
point,
believe in,
right?
no, do you
I'm
believe
not
in
a
the
Jew.
Trinity? No, I'm
Yes.
asking a question. Do you believe in
Yes.
the Trinity? Who's
Yes,
the
it's
God
the
of the
same
Old
God.
Testament?
Yes, it's the same. Yes.
So who commanded Deuteronomy 13? Was it Jesus or some other God?
It's a new covenant.
You're not answering the question. Who commanded that commanded Deuteronomy 13? Was it God, Jesus, or another God?
It's the same.
Are you saying God now is good at a specific time and bad at a specific time? So when he was a Trinity in the Old Testament, he was bad, but he's good in the New Testament? You got to make up your mind.
Okay, the covenant gets fulfilled, correct?
No, before you're escaping
What do you
the
mean,
question.
no?
When
Yes
he
or no?
commanded,
Does the covenant get fulfilled? Yes or no?
that was my question to you before I answer your question, is when he commanded in Deuteronomy 13, Jesus, was that a good command from him to command?
If you don't answer mine, why do I have to answer yours? Like, what?
Because I asked first, and then you ended up bringing another question.
Answered it. I literally answered it.
Okay, what is the answer? Go ahead. Was it good?
It's
My
a
question
new covenant for the Christians, right?
Okay, so the old covenant was bad?
No, it's for the time.
No, okay, so it was good for a specific time, morally good, according to his own testimony as a Christian. It was morally good in a specific time for God to command stoning for adultery. Okay, so if it's in existence in Islam, you cannot claim that's an inherently bad command.
I'm asking you because you said, "Oh, you don't follow your book" to me. I'm saying your book talks about stoning, right? Would you ever do it? That's what. Or do you follow your book, or are you a phony?
Yeah, absolutely. We follow everything that is in the Quran and is in the Hadith. So, but there are rules. There are due process. These things are not done by individuals. They're done by the court. They're done by the Islamic government, Sharia state, and that is under a Sharia Islamic state. And it has to be done by the government. There's no vigilantism. You cannot go and do it yourself. Unlike, the Bible teaches you to do it yourself.
No, but
That's a biblical teaching.
The point I'm making is, I can immediately find you not following your book perfectly. You know what I mean? It's a stupid argument. Oh, you follow it perfectly?
He's saying that you don't stone.
Whoa, you follow it perfectly?
Do you remember in the beginning of this conversation? You're not letting me answer. Do you want me to answer? This is a debate tactic doesn't work when you don't let the other person speak. You know, that's part of the debate.
You just said you follow the Quran perfectly.
I didn't say that. You're lying. Do you want to repeat?
So you don't.
Do you want to go
you
back?
Don't follow it perfectly.
Do you want me to answer you?
It's a yes or no. Don't run.
No, every question literally you ask, you say yes or no. I don't hold you to a yes or no.
Why can't they do yes or no's? This is crazy.
What's your name? What's your name? Yes or no? What's your name? Yes or no? Where do you live? Yes or no? Not every question is a yes or no question. There are certain things.
I'm making it a yes or no. It's simple.
Oh yeah, and this is not your rules. You know, this is a discussion between two adult individuals. I can answer the way I like, not the way you want me to answer.
If you don't want to look like an egotistical maniac, all you have to say is, "I'm not perfect."
This is ad hominem now. This is ad hominem. You know, attack the argument, not the person.
All you have to say is, "Dude, I'm just human. Sometimes I fuck up too, but you can't do it." You're like, "Yeah, I'm perfect. My audience is watching."
Okay, I'll tell you now the debate tactic. The debate tactic that you're doing. Everyone watching is a smart individual. Is not going to fall
you
for
did
this,
it to me
for this level of argumentation. No,
John, you didn't follow your book here on.
Okay, wait. Let's.
But I follow my book perfectly.
Okay,
there has to be no time.
No more interrupting.
Time to speak.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to. This is fair. So Muhammad Ali, you said to Zerka that he doesn't follow the Bible because he doesn't turn the other cheek, and you pointed out hypocrisy fairly. So now I want Zerka to ask you the same question. I think that's fair. Do you follow the Quran and Sunnah perfectly?
Okay, excellent. This is what I was trying to answer if you let me speak. Thank you for allowing me to speak, right? In the beginning of the discussion, the first thing I started saying is
it's a yes or no.
That in Islam people think that Islam is a...
Don't let him interrupt. I want to hear the answer.
You hate political answers.
Okay,
There's no way.
I respect what he has to say. I want to hear what he has to say. Do you follow the Quran?
It's a bad look. It's a bad look for you guys.
You're afraid from about to say what I'm about to say. That's why you're not letting me speak.
You can look brave by saying yes or no and then following up. You can do that.
And you can look intelligent by listening to other people explain the way they like.
Please
not you
yes or no. Do you follow your book perfectly?
Sneeko didn't ask yes or no.
He literally asked, do you follow your book perfectly?
And I was about to answer.
Let's hear it.
Okay, I'll answer the way I like. Just like I said in the beginning of discourse in this discussion, I was saying that people have a misconception about Muslims. Yeah, let me answer anyways, whether he's here or not. Like, you remember in the beginning of this, he couldn't handle it. The thing is, this debate tactic that they play is like, he's not letting the other person speak. And that way pretend, oh, you're not able to answer, you're scared. This is just a debate tactic, man. Just let me speak, just like I let you speak, you know? So, in the beginning of the discourse, what is the first thing I said to you? That people have a misconceptions about Muslims, that they have to be perfect beings. So I'm literally saying no one is perfectly following everything. So what's the point of asking me that question again and saying that you believe you're going to be a perfect Muslim? I was literally saying in the beginning of the discussion that Muslims are not perfect. No one is perfect. And the Prophet said, and I quoted this hadith, that every child of Adam commits sins. Didn't I do that in the beginning of the discussion?
Right.
So what's the
None of
point?
us are perfect except for the prophets.
Yeah. But he was claiming that Christians are more tolerant and this and that. So I said, do you actually apply that command since you are claiming it or no? You know?
Yeah.
You can bring him back if you want, but
No, yeah, he's still able to come back. He's still in the call. He could rejoin whenever. I didn't want it to be a debate. Wallahi, I didn't, chat. I just wanted to. I thought it could have been a good discussion about dawah because we were like indirectly speaking about dawah for the past hour and the right way to cover these things. But yeah, I was trying. So let's go back to the Steve will do it thing. So I was listening to him. He was explaining his things. I could tell that I was trying to do as the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did and just explain Tawheed and make it simple. You know, the gambling and alcohol, I wanted to keep it separate. But then afterwards, like I added somebody else into the call that wanted to fight him. And I was trying to set up a boxing match. And then he got upset and left and he thought that I was ambushing him.
So you added someone that he's not comfortable with, is what you're saying? Yeah, it's a problem because he was being
he was opening
very
up
vulnerable.
And he's being
Yeah.
vulnerable.
So I understand if he didn't like it and he left, then I get it.
Yeah, I messed up, but at the same time though, I'm held to a different standard because I don't know if you've seen yesterday he was tweeting all these things. He was calling me a scumbag. He says I'm a liar. He says I'm like I don't believe in God. He says that I'm using God for clout and views and all these things. But I shouldn't have done that, you know. But that actually goes back to what we were saying even before the call, with Steve. I was saying that there's like this clash between being a content creator and being a da'i, you know, because it's like in my mind I'm like, okay, I did enough dawah. Now let me go to the content and set up a boxing match. Yeah, but I shouldn't have done that, right? Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, there is, as you know, there's boundaries, isn't it, to the level of when it comes content versus dawah. Even just being a good friend or being a good person in general. You see someone who's being vulnerable, you're not going to use that for content reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
You would want to let them open up, talk to them privately, etc.
Yeah.
So even that has boundaries, even if you want to talk about content, you know, in general.
100%.
You know, but SubhanAllah, a lot of the Christians, they talk about like having discussions and things like that, and then when they are there, they leave, they run away, and then they say that Muslims don't want to talk about to us. I don't know.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, I baited him. He's back. You took the bait. You're back. No, you're muted. I think
your mic's not on. We can't hear you.
Owen, you didn't pick up my call. The fuck? I'll be here until you call. Okay, go back to the. Christians are just, you know.
Did you hear my answer or no?
I think we all heard that.
Chad, what was he doing on the break?
My answer was Muslims are not perfect, so no one is saying.
Well, you did that after Chad added pressure on you. Obviously, you're gonna answer.
No, I said that in the beginning of our discussion, way before we start even talking about this topic. You know, what are you talking about? You're not being sincere, bro. You gotta be sincere with yourself. But the thing is, look, you seem like a good person. You know, you might have this kind of you know, a game and show for.
I was
for
gonna
the content.
answer you. I was gonna answer this. You said I was making a point. Zerka doesn't follow it. Like if you hit him, he'll hit you back. I'm saying the collective, right? The collective of Christians in total, not me, not the individual. The collective is a lot more merciful and forgiving than the collective of Buddhists, Muslims, or anything else. Do we agree on that?
No. What's your evidence for that?
You know what's funny is you agree, but you think I'm trapping you. I think.
No. If I agree, if I agree, I will tell you I agree. You have to tell me why. Do you believe that?
Okay. When you said Christians are more tolerant, right?
Tolerant. I said tolerant and forgiving is different, and I said you're equating the two. You're just proving my point.
Isn't this a bit of a cop out?
No, it's not. Because you can be tolerant of someone else's behavior that is away from you. Let people do whatever they like to do as long as you don't harm me. Taking the liberal mentality. Christians have become liberal. That's why they become tolerant. They adopted the mentality of do whatever you want as long as you don't harm anyone else. Forgiveness is to do with you. If someone does something to you directly and you forgive them. So if you want to talk about that type of forgiveness, then Muslims are more forgiven from that aspect. If you want to talk about tolerance to what other people do, then yeah, Christians are more tolerant because they're liberal.
So, yes, we agree. They're more tolerant. They're more forgiving. That's
I
why
think
they
what I'm
have.
saying is way beyond what you're comprehending. So I don't.
Okay, can I ask you? Has there
Yes.
been an open borders Muslim nation?
An open borders Muslim nation? What does that mean? A country that opens the borders for everyone to come?
Yeah.
You know, actually, the Jews and the Christians that lived under the Ottoman Empire, they were free to travel all over the Ottoman Empire, by the way. It was open borders for everyone
I'm
who's
talking about
living
right
there.
now, what we can see with our eyes, not
No,
history books that are
you have
rewritten.
to, you cannot
I
compare
mean,
between Islam and.
history is written by the victors. You agree?
No, I disagree completely.
So what about the Holocaust?
There is,
Wait,
there is, yeah.
wait. What do you mean by that? History is not written by the victors?
You want me to answer you?
Yes, please.
History can be
Crazy.
yes, history can be tweaked by the victors if they burn everything that is against them. That does not necessitate that everything in history is necessarily written by the victors. It's not the case. There are writings that survive that
I'm
are
saying right
opposite
now,
to the
what
political
we
views.
can see with our eyes right now, right? We don't have to look into history and stuff.
Okay, why is the Christian open border country? Go ahead, right now. Tell me. I'm happy
No,
to
I'm
hear.
asking you.
Oh, there isn't a Christian
Is there a
country that
Muslim
is open borders?
nation? I'm asking you, is there a Muslim nation that adopts this open borders craziness like the Christian nations do? Is there a
Which
Muslim
which
country?
Christian nation opened its border to everyone?
UK, Canada,
It's not open.
US,
It's not open.
Australia.
It's not open.
What do
Its
you
border
mean?
to
Oh,
everyone.
your people are millions of you guys are on the street praying.
There,
What are you talking
no,
about?
there, no. That's what you mean by open borders. There's a difference between
Yeah,
coming into the country and between
Yeah,
practicing your faith.
I'm saying diversity is bad, right? You guys agree your nations do not participate in this diversity agenda, correct?
No, I disagree. If you want to look at UAE as an example, 90% of the people in Dubai are foreigners. If you want to look at Egypt, 50 million of the population are Christians. The oldest churches in the world are in Syria and Egypt. Well, you're laughing, but these are facts.
So you guys
Whether
have
you like it or not.
do you guys have a birth rate problem like the whites in their countries?
Now this is called a straw man. How's that to do with what we're talking about open borders?
It's hardly the same thing.
What's birth rate got to do with?
I'm saying you're correct about the tolerance. Like they allowed everyone in their nation. It was bad, correct?
Who said that? You're making an
No,
argument.
dude, I'm asking you. There's
man.
no argument. I'm asking you. It's
Okay.
wrong to open your borders and say, everyone jump in.
I never said it's right or wrong to do that.
Okay, is it right or wrong? I'm curious from your perspective.
To open your borders as a country to the people, as long as they abide by the law, you can let them come in.
Okay. Do you think these Christian nations fucked up or they're on the correct path?
Which ones? You have to be specific.
Let's start with the UK. You guys got a lot there, right?
He lives there.
I think that Muslims, I think that Muslims in the UK are doing a lot more positive impact to the society than anyone else. So them actually allowing more Muslims to come in is more positive for them as a net whole than it is.
But the ultimate goal is Sharia law. Like ultimately, you want to replace the whites, right?
Whose goal? My goal or whose goal?
Islam's goal. Wouldn't that be the utopia?
Not really.
Sharia law is not the best.
Again, look, these conflating terms. Making Sharia law in every country versus Sharia law being the
I'm
best
saying
is two
the
separate
goal.
things. These are the debate tactics that I was highlighting to Sneaker, changing the goalpost. Don't change the goalpost. Because I'll catch it when you do it.
He's like Christian Destiny.
No goalpost. I'm saying there's no
joking.
goalpost. I'm saying your guys' goal would be to see the UK be a Muslim nation, correct?
No.
The
goal of Islam. The goal of Islam is to spread the message. There's a difference between acceptance and spreading. So allowing people to hear the message is the goal of Islam. Everyone hears the message. Then they have the choice to accept or reject.
So if everyone willingly accepted it, you would say, this is great. UK is now a Muslim nation. This is awesome.
I don't care. If everyone accepts it, not as the country being a Muslim nation, but it is good for the people.
Are you being honest with me?
Yeah.
Chat, is he being honest right now?
You want me to answer me or no?
You don't want to see a Muslim UK?
I want to see people accepting Islam. The country I don't care about. If the people
that's what we're talking about. The people. Every single person in the UK is a Muslim. Isn't that just great?
Absolutely great for them. Yeah.
Isn't that the goal?
They're living a best life. They're fulfilled in their life. They're living a better moral frame. That's great. Why not? Wouldn't you be happy if the countries accepted Christianity? Muslims, people accepted Christianity?
I mean, honestly,
would you be happy? You're not answering. Are you sure? Are you happy? Same question to you.
If that were true, we would go to your countries, right?
No. I'm asking. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding it. Would you be happy? You're avoiding.
We don't want to. We don't want
to.
So
it's not good that people accept Christianity.
No, not by subversion and diversity agenda.
No one said that. We're talking. You just asked me an abstract question about people accepting the religion. I'm asking you an abstract.
Is the diversity agenda just the Jews taking advantage of the Christians' kind, good-hearted nature?
No, when you answer my question, I'll answer yours. Is it good for people
What the
to
fuck?
accept? You're not answering my question, so you
What
have to
the
answer it
fuck?
first. Is it good for people to accept Christianity from your worldview, for whatever reason,
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
method?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
so it's the same thing. What's the argument you're making then?
The argument I'm making is at least I'll be transparent and say the good nature of the Christians is being taken advantage of because the Muslim nature isn't that good. It can't be taken advantage of. That's
Okay,
what I'm saying. Correct?
why is
And
why
you
no?
guys look smart. You
Okay,
closed your
okay.
whole borders off, right? That's
Show me that.
awesome. That's
I was
awesome.
just talking about UAE, which has open borders for everyone to come in. I don't know what closed borders you're talking about. Look, okay, when we talk about the Muslim nature not being good, what do you mean by that? Okay, elaborate on that.
Um, Clearly, if one nature is more forgiving, wouldn't you want to live in this world?
I disagreed in the beginning. I told you they're
What?
not more forgiving. I said they're more tolerant, not forgiving because they're
Yeah, but
liberally.
that's what like liberal women do when they change definitions. That's not like an argument.
Do you understand that in order for you to use words, you need to understand their meaning before you make arguments? You know the difference between tolerance and ignorance?
Yes.
What is the difference between tolerance and forgiveness? Tell me. Define them.
We're seeing it right here. So
Okay,
hold
this is
on.
not. This is a low IQ, low IQ response here.
Here's the question. Here's the question.
Yes.
When I came in and I was super nice to you, why was your first instinct? This is what Christians are doing wrong, and they're tolerant, and this is why people go to. You said people go to Christianity because they want to sin, not because they were
Chad, who's
saved by
winning?
Jesus who conquered your people throughout all of fucking history. You guys never once won against Christians, and you guys are taught to have 4 kids and slaughter people, and you still can't grow as fast. 500 million souls behind. You lost to a dude saying, "Turn the other cheek." Like, that's crazy to me. You joined the call when I'm being nice, and you started with, the only reason people go to Christianity is so they can suck on tits and be degenerates, but you mask it in this faggotry of, like, I'm being posh and I'm being all kind. And, dude, I never started the conversation like that. I'm like, what? People are going to Christianity to listen to Katy Perry? That's your fucking argument? You don't think someone's literally going to kill themselves when they go to Christ? You think they're going so they can jack off? Like, your people? Your people don't jack off? Like, come on, bro. You started off in war mode. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, Sneeko said, be nice, bro. Why is it always a war with you guys?
I don't think he was.
You know why it's a war with you guys and not us? Because you guys are the losers. We're winning. 500 million souls above. You guys had 1,000 years, 3 wives, and you can't catch up, man. Hurry up. Hurry the fuck up.
Okay, but
Okay, now,
can I respond? Can I respond first?
Sneeko, 1 second. Sneeko, 1 second. Do you see how I allowed him to speak without interrupting him at all? Now we'll see if he's going to do the same thing. Or is he afraid of what I'm about to say, right? First, he said, when I joined the call, I started by attacking him, which I didn't. I was explaining to you the idea of...
I didn't say attacking me.
Okay.
Yo, you got to take the sand out, bro. I said you attacked...
They can't let you speak, you know. It's a problem.
I literally said you attacked every Christian on earth, not me. You said they go to Christianity to sin. Do you believe that?
Can I speak now?
No yes or no's, bro. You are just so honest.
Okay. So I started the discussion about people turning into Christianity because of problems that happen in their life. And I was actually referring to Steve. That what he is in the process of doing. It was not about you, by the way. Anyway, I didn't know that he was telling me that.
I know it wasn't about me. I know it was about every Christian on earth. That's why it's offensive. If it was about me, it makes sense.
Okay,
right?
I'll finish now. Yeah, I'll finish now what I was about to say. So first, it was not about you trying to start a debate with you. The second
No, I
thing
didn't
is
say
about
it's
Jesus.
about me. Stop painting it like I'm hurt. Like, oh, Zerka felt like a sinner. I'm saying you see every Christian on earth as, I'm going to be Christian so I can just fucking gamble and be a degenerate. You think that old 70-year-old grandma, the Betty White at the supermarket, went to Christianity?
Okay, to be continued with my response.
Sin, or did she lose 3 kids in a fucking car crash? She just went to sin. It's
Okay.
you do it in a soft voice, but you have hatred, my dude. You have hatred.
You don't know me, trust me. But anyways,
if you had the Holy Spirit, we'd have some more jawline action, bro. We'd have
I'm sure,
power.
by the way, probably if we're in person, we'll probably get along a lot. But I'm not. Well, you don't know me. But the thing is, when it comes to Jesus, you mentioned Jesus conquered all of you. By the way, Jesus lived a life of obedience. He obeyed Caesar, and then he was arrested by the Romans and killed. I don't know who he conquered. He lived all his life as a subordinate to the government, and then he was killed in the end. So to pretend that he conquered people, I think you're conflating that with Prophet Muhammad, who actually fought wars against the pagan Arabs and defeated them, right? So that's the first thing. The second